This ain't no joke, this ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55, what's goody? Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother shows spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dante. Ain't know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the streets, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
All right, can y'all hear me now? For the love of God, if you can't, I'm turning it off for the day. I don't have the patience to fool with it. Can y'all hear me?
We'll probably have to try tomorrow when everyone's here. Hopefully.
I mean, you can hear me. Oh. It's not choppy. You can hear everything about me. Throw little Sean's little. I'm telling how many people we lost because of the audio issues. We do apologize for that. We still do not know what happened. Sam's here. He's having audio issues. Cannot post messages to some channels. Why are we okay? All right, we're gonna get this together. Shawn, will you put out a tweet saying audio issues are fixed? Head to the stream now. No, okay, Scuba Steve. Thank you and Andrew both. Never mind. Turn that back off. I'm just kidding. Larry, I'm just kidding, Shawn. Oh. You know what? I'm not leaving. The show must go on. Absolutely. All right, cool. I'm trying to good. Okay, so everybody can hear me. Hey, Jeremy, I have a question for you. Do you have any idea how let's throw Shawn in here. L's up. I do not know that Andre. I know, Rito, I deserve every bit of fluffer that you call me. I don't know what happened. I think when I took this on vacation with me, in case something broke out, I think something malfunctioned on the board. We're going to have to get that fixed because we can't have like 18 different shows every week. All right, here's Shawn. Let's see.
Sorry.
You won't be able to see Sam, unfortunately, because his phone is the spawn of Satan at the moment. But, Shawn, something we do need to check real quick, and I'm sorry to have to do this live on the radio. Radio, I know, figure it out. Thanks, Robbie. I appreciate that. Let's see if this is streaming on Facebook right now. It is streaming on Facebook. There's some comments. Okay, and they are coming through. Okay, Facebook's up. Your soundboard got the Rona. I think so. I didn't drop it. Actually, I never even pulled it out of the suitcase. All right.
Something is never mind.
Let's go. So Facebook's working. Facebook messages is working. YouTube messages is working. Twitch messages are working. You're watching on YouTube and you can hear me, Justin. Sorry, I normally don't have to go all elementary on this, but let's see. Twitch. Okay, yeah, and I already knew that Twitter wasn't supported. Can we clear this message out of the way? Okay. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, coming to you live from the Fitness Market Studios North. I'm your host, Jeremy Wallman. Here with me today is St. Virgin himself, Shawn Barber.
How's it going?
The guy who, never mind. I'm not roasting anybody today. Higgy's already hashtag thick AFFFFF. Already got on my nerves today, so we won't even start today. Good, Tom. I'm glad. Don, I'm so glad that y'all can tune in. We ain't got started yet. Just trying to make sure all the bugs are worked out before I get started. So, CSZ Podcast Part 4 today. So, I'm just kidding. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's at least the third. I don't know what happened. Yeah, we'll talk about our guy, Fabio today. We'll talk about a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. The chat line obviously is open. That's what we've been dealing with so far due to the fact that The audio has been kind of wonky today. And Sam, I did say wonky and not the other word. I digress. But again, chat line's open. At the bottom, you see our Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. We can do Zelle. We can do whatever y'all want to do. If you want to help support the site, we can do more live shows like the one we got next week. No, Kyle, you didn't. And I never said there was a secret edition. I said there may be a you know what? Let me get to it in my own time. Scuba Steve, because I sure do. What does Steve say? Hillamora Bay. What is up, everybody? I'm just getting to everybody as we talk. I'm trying to see what did he say? Scuba Steve. Did you drop it in the pull on vacation? Okay. I'm so ready for next week. Robbie, I don't understand what your question is or your comment is, but it is what it is. Saturday at 1, correct? Coming to you live from Shack in the Back Barbecue. Deep in the heart of, well, it's not really deep in the heart of Fairdale, but it's right there off the Gene Snyder. We're going to have our second, we're going to call it the CSZ Kickoff Classic 2, because we've had one before and it was really, really good. But, we were on the air on 93.9 at that point, and we had a big word of mouth to be able to spread that and get the word out for that. And we hope that with this podcast, which has almost the same amount of listeners, if not more, some weeks, that we're able to get a good turnout. And this year, last time we had Ivan Green and Mario Urrutia come out, along with Uber Andre, Steve Rummage. Obviously, he was a part of the show then. Oh, okay. All right. My bad. You mentioned Forrester, and he was here.
There's Foster.
I know. Go Cards from Barstown. You want to address the message board? No, I really don't. Why? What are they, Rito? What are they saying? Because I haven't looked at a message board since you made me swear them off a couple months ago. I haven't even said the words message board until right now. Honestly, really don't care what they say. I'm not going to. Hi, Michelle. What's up? Thank you for joining. I appreciate you in here. Look, she is the class of every chat room, every podcast show that she joins. But this year I'm doing a bit. I mentioned, I did forget that. We got we had Mario, we had Ivan, we had Steve, we had Uber Andre. Shawn, do you remember anybody else special guests that we had that day? I feel like that's all of them.
That was all of them.
This year we got, in my opinion, the greatest pure quarterback in Louisville football history.
What?
Chris Redmond will be in the house. The best third down conversion receiver we've ever had.
What?
Lavelle Boyd. And I've got like 3 or 4. I don't want to say they're going to be there, but they have told me if they all 4 come, then this is going to be something that we probably should charge admission for. I mean, Chris, we should probably charge admission for just him and Lavelle, but this is going to be on a whole different level. Okay, Kyle, if you want to talk later about Triple H taking over WWE, I'm not against that. And thank you, Brian. Yeah, we took some time off. We had this last 8 weeks, we really haven't been on as much as we normally are, but we had the passing of my father, followed up with my mom getting really sick, and me and Joey helping her get back to health. And then, me and Teresa just got out of the city as quick as possible for about 15, 16 days. And I wanted to do one show in between the one we did after Dad passed and before the Kickoff Classic. But and absolutely, Michelle, I appreciate that. I only love feed I can find. Thanks, Robbie. Good afternoon, Brian. My mom's doing better than I've seen her in 20 years. So I have absolutely, Fabian, what's good? I have no complaints. Big facts. I DM'd Jeremy and told him that at JMA self-care. Oh, yeah, for sure. So we got a lot to talk about this week. Like I said, the kickoff event, I'm so excited about it. Like I said, Chris Redmond, Lavelle Boyd. I really want to tease who I've talked to. but I don't want them to be like, well, Jeremy said you was going to be here, and then you wasn't here. Well, I mean, honestly, just those two and us is enough for y'all to come out and check it out. And I appreciate y'all. Dante, what's up? Larry Bell, BJ Flynn was Chris Rebin. Gosh dang it, Larry. Justin, I appreciate that. Now, how many folks will really get back to the NIL? Listen, we're going to talk about that too as well. So, gosh, I really want to give some clues to other people I've talked to. Need me to interview Fabio? I could probably get that done. I'm thinking about next week, trying to get that. Oh, no, next week's the live show. Maybe the week after, we'll get him and Mike James in here and have a podcast. I think that would be pretty cool. No, Brian, it's Saturday. We're doing the podcast Saturday at Shack in the Back Barbecue in Fairdale. So good. The audio has sustained. The issues are gone, so we can get right into the meat of things. But y'all let me know by the end of the show if y'all want me to give you a hint or not to some of the people.
Just realize hints do not mean they will be able to show up.
No.
It just means there's a possibility. They are what they have on Facebook now. Yes, no, maybe for parties. They're the maybes.
Absolutely.
Mike Spade's people, they're possibles.
Oh my God, I hate playing with people that I got 3 possible 12. No, you don't. You don't have possible 12. You've got probably 5 or 6. So just stick with that. But oh man, okay. You know what? Yes, the turkey ribs are fire. Let's get into the show. I'm sorry, I've been stalling to see if we've had any more audio difficulties. It seems like everything is going fine. Knock on Shawn's chastity belt. John, what's up? All right, let's get into it. Y'all let me know by the end of the show if y'all want me to give you a couple of hints. Because I think I can do that. And I also think I can just tell you the names and let you know in full disclosure. They said if they were able to clear off time that they'd be here. And if they're not, then they won't. So we'll see by the end of the show. Men's basketball, let's hop into that real quick. I know that's not the thing that's closest to us. Nevertheless, absolutely. Fabio Basili. Shawn, he's finally, I mean, we knew about what, like 8 weeks ago?
Yeah.
But finally announced this week. Going to be coming in, still didn't satisfy the we need guards crowd. People have even been mocking some of the mainstream, like Steve and Marcus, for being so positive about him. Well, he ain't got no stars and he don't have no offers, like we joked about with Mike. And just because he hadn't been evaluated yet for that period, he grew. He played in some more difficult camps and stuff. And I fully believe when the new ESPN rankings come out, or Rivals or whatever, I think he'll be a 4-star, like a low 4. High 3, low 4. Like he should be a 4, I think. But your thoughts on Fabio? It's Fabio. My bad. Finally making it to the Ville.
Well, it is needed. You do need another ball handler in the backcourt with
coming from Shawn, the ultimate ball handler.
With LLS. Now, granted, like I said, you got Mike James who can play some guard, I think, as well. And I think also that Kenny's kind of signaling he's going to more of that Florida State style. But what does Fabio Basili bring? He brings shooting. I think he was near 40% three-point shooter for his high school career. He's averaged double figures. I believe it was about 17 points a game. And I believe he averaged about 5 or 6 assists a game. So he's a distributor. And in fact, I would say that is what he is, number one, priority one for him, is being a distributor for his teammates. Very good passer. And that's something we desperately need. And I'm hoping he'll kind of help L become more of a playmaker, because to me, Fabio is a natural playmaker first, right?
Right.
L is more of a scorer first, but he has playmaking ability. We've seen it in his highlights. We didn't see it last year here. So I'm hoping that he will help him grow. Even though he's a new guy and he's a freshman, I think he can help him grow just because of what he brings to the table as a passer. And I don't know much about him defensively because obviously highlights don't put a lot of defensive highlights out there unless you're a center.
I was talking to our guy Ramon from Overtime earlier. He called me up and we had a great talk. And we were talking about how Fabio was the first guy in a long time that I've watched his film. And when I saw his rankings, they didn't really match up. I try to tell people this, but they don't want to listen. They just want to piss and moan and complain about every little thing. Shout out to Rashawn. It is what it is. He apparently, I didn't see it, but he apparently, Brent says, did a 180 on him. You don't have to turn around, though, if you stand strong on what you do from the jump. And no, Steve, Hickey's not missing in action today. He's missing at Arby's.
Oh,
one hence, Fabio's home. Jeremy called it first. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bros, what's up, Kev? Micah, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. It shouldn't matter if he has any stars. And Brian hits the nail right on the head. He didn't have stars because he bounced back and forth between the 22 and 23 class. And that does hit. A lot of the everyday people don't understand that. Ball handler Shawn. But I wish we could get Sam on the video too. I hate it feels like I'm ignoring him because I don't see him, but we'll go to him next. But yeah, that's why. And we called it out on the interview with Mike James, how silly it was. The fans were sitting there like, he don't have any offers and he don't have any stars, because we knew. That's why we do what we do and y'all do what y'all do. I'm just kidding, but not really. Any more surprises coming? We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see, Cardinal Chris. Imagine Rashawn Bayless heading on Louisville. I'm not going to say nothing. Rashawn has been my friend for years. I know him and another one of my friends have a little beef going, which this round, the other friend seems to have won that round, but I'm not getting into that mess. I'm not getting into the message board hatred this year. Y'all won't hear me reference anything from the boards. If y'all want to bring something to me, we can talk about it. I'm going to try not to address it at all. The crazy thing is the person tweeting subliminals just started researching Michelle. Absolutely. Isn't it weird how he had a 180 the day he started watching his game film? Stevie Wonder can see he's a great. Stevie Wonder can see it. What 23 guys would you like to land? Really like AJ Johnson's absolutely a 23 guy I would like to land. If DJ was now DJ's 23, right?
correct.
Absolutely want DJ and Aaron and Mackenzie. I want to be greedy.
So is I believe so is Mr. Foster. I believe he's 23 too.
I don't know who that is. Despite him being on the whiteboard and me telling y'all for 12 weeks. Skip Steve, been missing you. It's hard not to see that Fabio has. I don't give a day. One of the revelations from I honestly, Brent, I appreciate that, but I don't want to, because the last thing I want to do is read that and somebody think that I'm taking a shot at him and tell him. And I think we have a good enough relationship that he would hit me up and we talk about it privately first. But that's just the type of stuff. Like if I read that, I was, oh man, that's ridiculous. Yada yada yada. Gave my true feelings on it. Then it looks like I'm trying to hate on him, and I don't hate on anybody in this industry. I respect everything that a majority of them do. Benjamin says Fabio can throw some mean alley-oops. Absolutely. Congratulations, Ben. Not on the marriage, but on the baby. You're always CSZ family as far as we're concerned. How many stars? Russ had 2 stars when he got here. Gorgie was in a similar position as Fabio. He had 0 stars when he committed. And then the rankings came out that fall, and he jumped up to a 3 and then a 4 and a 1. So it's stupid. I'm certain you're not the same Scuba Steve. Yeah. Well, maybe. Michelle has been sick for a couple of weeks, been in bed when Maven goes live. Uh-oh. Media beef is, there's no need for media beef. We're all in the same game. Like, if you're good enough, you're going to have your own dedicated followers. You're going to have your people that listen. And we can tell you by our numbers, our people are great. There's a lot of them, and they listen to, as you can tell by the chats, they listen to Stephen Marcus. Some of them listen to Rashawn. Some of them listen to Sweeney and them. Some of them listen to Coffee. Some of them listen to Rutherford. It's just there's no need for any of us to be, and that has been prevalent in our business since I started it about 10 years ago. If he wasn't any good, Kenny would not have offered him. Absolutely. I don't know who that is. People sleeping on Caleb Glenn. People have forgotten about Caleb Glenn. It's crazy. I never hear him brought up. I try to leave it alone. Caleb in 2022. Except so. No, Tim Sullivan can be launched directly into the sun for all I care. I hate that he lost his means of living. I am not sad that he won't be covering the University of Louisville. Hopefully he will not be covering us ever again. Absolutely. I already know he was I'm sorry I listened to you and Maven and Steve only. But there's plenty. Yeah, and a lot of people are sleeping on Caleb Glenn and Brandon Huntley Hatfield. That's going to be Brandon Huntley Hatfield and Sidney Curry are going to be a monstrous 1-2 punch in that front court. But I never listened to Rashawn or Sweeney. Well, that's your prerogative. Just CSE, Maven Rummage, and Rutherford. Absolutely. Mike Rutherford, great dude. Sullivan's a douche. Okay, let's move along for a second. We're all excited Fabio's here. It's my electronics are talking to me. This house is just nutty today. Louisville Live the venue for Louisville Live was announced this week, Sam. What do you think? And I'll let y'all know everything I can let you know about the venue selection process. What do you think? Oh, well, first off, do you have any comments on Fabio? I kind of skipped completely over you and Fabio. My bad.
Basically, I really don't care about the stars because, like you said, Russ was a 2-star coming in. Probably just as much or even more so important is the fit of the system. And I feel like if Coach Payne wants that up and down, run and gun type of system, like he said he wants, Fabio is almost as a perfect fit for the guards position that he would need. Plus, it's always good, and I think this is one of the things that hurt Chris Mack was he never really had a guard, his own lead guard for more than one season. Of course, we had DJ for 2, but he was kind of hurt for 1, but he wasn't the guard.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. People are just making fun of Tim Sullivan, and it's somebody Jason said Tiny Tim was picked, rolled, and flicked out the window, and I couldn't be happier. Rito said Tim Sullivan could eat a disc. I'm not happy with Tim as a person. I used to be like, oh man, it's just one of those situations where he's set in his ways, but I saw him attack some of my friends I know are good people, and that did not set right with me. And one of the bigger stories ended up not even being true. So anyway, back to you, Sam. I'm sorry, I really did not mean to.
No, but it's just like I said. It was to me, stars on as partners. It's always good to have them because it tells you what maybe the possibility of what they could do, and definitely tells you what they're doing right now at a high school level. But I think adding Fabio is going to be really, really good for Louisville, and it's probably the guard that Coach Payne needs for kind of like a bridge, if you want to say, the transition from if L. Ellis does leave this year to the upcoming freshman, which we all hope is Mr. Wagner.
Absolutely. All right. Now, really quick, I'll catch everybody up on the live stream. Do you think KP's adding anybody else? We'll talk about that in a second. Where can we get tickets for Louisville Live? As soon as that's announced, we'll have that up on the website. Mike, you heard of something about a specific reason they moved Louisville Live to later in the fall? I'd like to hear that reason. I mean, I know the reason, but I want to know what you heard. Michelle says between Sullivan and Calgill, it wasn't a good time. Absolutely not. Hope DJ and Bradshaw come to Louisville Live. Andrew, I do too. The venue. So, unique venue. A lot of people are speculating, oh man, why didn't they just do it in the Yum Center? Well, Luke Combs has the Yum Center for that night and the next night, that Friday and Saturday, and that was already planned. The 2-night show that's going to bring in millions of dollars to the community. Well, not to the community, but for the city. The football stadium was not available due to the homecoming game the next day, and there was a specific reason for the date. I will tell y'all on the podcast when I'm allowed to. I cannot tell you that now. Hey, Faha, what's good, man? Appreciate you tuning in. So the football stadium wasn't available. Churchill Downs is being renovated at that point, so they couldn't do it there again. Everybody hated 4th Street Live. I was told that they even contacted they contacted Freedom Hall, and it was unavailable. And somebody told me, and I don't know how true this is, but somebody told me that they even went as far as to check with the Louisville Gardens, and the Gardens told them we're a storage facility for the state right now.
Yeah, because I've walked by there 100 times. It's empty.
That would be all. I mean, if it was refurbished, it'd be an awesome.
It'd take they better get into high gear then, because it's
absolutely. So for you, and this will be a real quick one that we won't elaborate on it. Do you like the Louisville Live venue? And if you don't, where would you have put it at?
Well, I do like what they're doing right now. Me personally, I love the rotating venues. I feel if we could find about 4, maybe 5 max venues and just rotate it every year, I think it would be really, really good. Because it'll be different. Usually everyone has theirs in the same spot. At the beginning, I wanted it to be in the same spot, but I kind of like the different venues. So we find or pick the 4, maybe 5 max venues and just rotate it year after year. I think that'll be something unique to Louisville.
Shawn?
I love it because I think they're going to be able to fit.
Do you think they're going to knock it out of the park?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't stand you. I knew you were going to say that. Going to hit a real home run with this one, right?
Stole it from. See, stealing my lines. But
I heard your nickname in high school was Foul Tip.
Oh God.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
So what I like about it though is you've got your seats, right? Your normal seating, but you're going to be able. I'm sure you're going to have seats down the field like they do for Thunder and things of that nature, where you can go down on the field, and you're going to have I'm sure they'll have it either pitcher's mound or maybe right around second base, somewhere in the middle.
Gotcha.
I think it's going to be great because you're going to be able to get more people there.
Okay.
That's my opinion, though.
If there was, really, really quick, if there was anywhere else that you could have put it, now you know what's not available, but is there anywhere you could think of that you might have put it other than Louisville Slugger? I don't think
I would have loved them to try to do that. Louisville FC, Lynn.
Oh, Lynn Sam. Yeah, that's a good one.
I would have loved it if they tried.
I think that was their second choice. I'm not sure. Well, only other choice. There was only
do it down the Waterfront Park.
Oh, that would have a nice little Rucker Park feel to it, but with water. Okay. okay. Yes, Sydney and L has an extra COVID year. They will not be using it. Any chance Louisville Live? I hope so. And if not, maybe we can get one of our CSZers down there to live stream it for everybody. I'm not sure. Oh, yes, there is this, Mike. There is a specific reason. Louisville Gardens would have been, yeah, if it was back in the days, like when Telfair versus PRP went, that place, I don't know that I've seen a better basketball environment than when it was, what was the name of Telfair's team?
Oh, crap. It
wasn't Rice, was it?
No, it was, I'm drawing a blank because I remember.
They'll answer it before, but anyway, it was them versus PRP. My guy T. Farley had a triple-double, almost a quadruple-double. Why can I not think of that? Hope someone does something with the Gardens. Me too. I appreciate you, Faha. Andrew, hope KP. I do too. Freedom Hall would have been cool. Yep. Next one should be in Shawnee Park. That I honestly don't think that's a bad idea. I think it'll be good. I miss
Lincoln.
Lincoln, yes, Lincoln. It was something Lincoln though, right? It wasn't just Lincoln.
I think it's Abraham. No, it might have been It's I know he had
Was
Lincoln.
it Lincoln Park?
No,
No, that's a movie. No, that's a band.
No, there's a high school.
You're a Lincoln
it's
Park.
Abraham Lincoln, the high school.
Okay.
And Coney Island, like Abraham Lincoln.
Michelle will miss it. I don't think I will be there either. I've got something that weekend. They picked the worst weekend, but once y'all realize why they picked it, y'all think it's well worth it. We got Justin. Let's bring in Jay-Z. I agree. Shawnee would be cool, but imagine that many people there. True. You know, some ain't coming to Shawnee. Michelle, they don't want to hear that. Stop. Some of us would though. Some of us
maybe in the dirt at the dirt bowl then
would though. That's what Michelle's talking about. Set up a court at the old Cardinal Stadium site and let's roll out the lawn chairs and party. Uncle Larry, Larry started working at this business over here by where I live at a couple weeks ago, and I have yet to run into him yet. But the other day I went in there to do some shopping, and some of the coworkers were talking about how Larry was a star, and they didn't know it. Absolutely, Rito. Lincoln. Thanks for the 4,000 Lincolns. Has to be within a mile of campus. Oh, I don't know about that. I haven't.
Yeah, that's new to me.
That would have took the Yum Center out of consideration from the jump. So I don't know. Oh, Lincoln. I'm glad y'all are still telling me something. All right.
It would probably take 4th Street Live out of the equation too.
Yeah, how was 4th Street Live? 4th Street Live was more than a mile from campus. So that cannot legitimately, just like the DJ and Aaron don't want to play together thing is not true. There's no way that can be true. Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Master P, my delegation ain't scared. Brent, big shout out to Uncle Larry. I thought Unc retired from Waffle House. He ain't flipping chicken no more or waffles. Churchill, Slugger, Freedom Young, Cardinal Stadium would be a cool rotation. I don't disagree with that. Or let me do one better. Churchill down, Slugger Field, Yum Center, Louisville FC Stadium. Which I know it's Lynn Family Stadium, but the college one's Lynn Family Stadium too.
Yep.
He retired from Kroger. He just started working at Kroger last week. How did you retire from Kroger? Missed some. I'm going to have to rewatch. Yeah, there's a lot to rewatch. We started the show back about 27 times. So there will be a lot to rewatch. I don't know how he could have retired from Kroger. He just put up a post last week saying that he got transferred over to my Kroger. I don't get it. Unc, I'm gonna need you to
confirm or deny.
Lottie said on Diener's show, a mile from campus. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that he worked there only a week and retired. Well, no wonder I haven't seen him up there. Okay. Well, I didn't. Then again, I've been unplugged from social media for a while, so I will give myself the benefit of the doubt on that. I didn't know that he only worked. Man, we'll talk about that in a second, including one guy that everybody's trying to get y'all gassed up for that we are not going to get. We'll talk about that in a minute. I ran him off. I don't know. I don't know. I've had a couple of friends move over this way in the last few months, and we were all excited about Uncle Larry being the deli guy. So apparently we're not going to be able to, go over there and chill or whatever. But all right, last but not least, on men's basketball anyway. And this is going to be a longer show. We haven't done one in a while. And it was a longer show today because we couldn't get the audio working. I just don't understand why you leave Waffle House for Kroger and then retire 7 days later. I've still got people piling on saying, yeah, he retired from. I get it now. But his wife gave him permission. I don't know. Any chance to recruit the defensive end?
That 5-star guy.
Uncle Larry, you gave up Kroger due to health issues. Can't do any heavy lifting. Well, I didn't know that.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats on the retirement. But I just told you the other day they had posters at your Kroger and you didn't correct me. You should have corrected me. Not you, Shawn. Not you, Foul Tip. All right, last men's basketball thing. There has been something speaking of spooky, something a little spooky going on with Louisville men's basketball. A article came out this past week where Kenny Payne talks about he doesn't know if they're done adding pieces, which is odd on many fronts because it's only like a week till school starts or 2 weeks till school starts.
School starts this week, I think.
I think it starts Monday.
Uncle Larry needs to be a Walmart greeter. Absolutely. I would say hi to him every time I walked in there, which is really weird because a couple of days before that post, there was a certain guy that showed up at the Jack Harlow celebrity kickball game. A specific guy who was on the infamous whiteboard from the Twitter mistake. The same guy that I had somebody tell me committed does not mean signed. So school starts tomorrow on the last. Okay. So school starts tomorrow. KP not done adding pieces. Right, Rito. So this has led everybody to speculate who the next piece is. Now, KP has been close to the vest on everything he's done so far. There's things that he waited like Fabio, like Justin Perez, been done for a long time. He finally just announced it. There's stuff he's not even announced our walk-ons yet, and we've known that for 3 months, I think, Shawn. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I do not know. I have not been told who this addition is. I just know that if you are somebody that likes to play mystery games, Clue, anything of that matter, and you're putting together a visual puzzle, KP and crew has given us plenty of pieces to be able to snap in the last few into place. I mean, all signs point to one person.
Yep, 2 + 2 = 4, they say. So.
And to me, 2 + 2 = 4. But as a Louisville fan, sometimes 2 + 2 is also accompanied by a times 0 that we don't see. So we're not really sure. I was off for about 3 or 4 weeks due to my dad. I didn't do any kind of, and y'all were respectful enough for the most part to just let me grieve, not bother me every single day with the same questions like you had before and you had since I said I was back, and I appreciated that. But I haven't been told who this person is specifically. I do know I was told back in May that KP already had somebody committed, and I told you all that nobody's supposed to know about. And this guy would fit that bill, correct? Nobody should know if, and it's a guy, if it happens, I will be able to read to go to those message boards and drag my testicles all over them. Because there were some people, when I tweeted out back in April that you thought Duke was mad that we took Nolan, just wait to see how mad they are when we take this commit. And everybody was like, and that's what started. I had a pretty positive message board streak going on to that point. And then Duke, which the week before, the Duke fans were telling me there's no way we were going to get Nolan, and we did. I mean, that's my boy. I would know whether or not we were going to get him or not. But KP is no joke about moving to silence. Absolutely. Cardinal Chris with the specific call out. So Kayla Foster is the kid that we are specifically not going to say his name anymore because we don't want to get him in trouble. And hopefully y'all respect that and don't go spread this stuff. But if school starts tomorrow, wouldn't this person have to be in the school's directory? No, if he hadn't signed up yet, because you can always sign up late. Yeah, Duke fans will be as mad as Miami is about football. So what I'll ask you, Shawn, is who do you think, if there is an addition, who's that addition going to be?
Well, I think that's pretty much the guy is Mr. Foster, because I don't really see anybody else out there that's either looking to reclassify or looking to, or anybody left that would be worth our time, so to speak.
And he's not in the student directory.
So
That's true, Rito.
that would be the one that would be left. I think that's probably why he said we may not be done adding yet. He did say we may not be done. He didn't say we
Right. He didn't say
So-
that we definitely were going to get somebody else, but
And it may not be. It may be that we don't. He may not be able to classify, perhaps, and so we have to wait, or maybe he has to come in second half. So there's a lot of reasons why it may not be.
absolutely. We all know, like with Fabio, like his big hang up was the reclassification process.
Mhm.
But as far as we know, this has already been going. Like I do know, I was told that Caleb went and shot pickup ball with the team while he was in town. He was definitely here with Hersey and Mercy. Not really sure what that connection is, but you got to think if those are his friends, that's got to help us out a little bit. There were rumors after he committed to Duke that he was going to reclassify, so I don't think reclassification is off the table. But Sam, what do you think about the whole situation? Who? I want you to predict: is there going to be a mystery edition, or are we just not going? Are we just done?
For the fans, it's going to be a mystery edition.
Okay. Okay.
For the Louisville staff, they know exactly who they're going after right now. But if I have my guess, I would go different from Kayla Foster,
Okay.
and I would go Mackenzie McCobb. Even though I know that's far-fetched.
If you've listened to the show, it's not very far-fetched. Okay, Mercy and Caleb played together at Oak Hill last year. Okay, but still, why would you come up to Louisville for a kickball game?
Randomly, yeah.
Just randomly
To hang out with your boys, right?
to hang out with your
Yeah,
guys.
maybe get to rub shoulders with Jack Harlow and a little bit of celebrities for a little bit, but you never know. Look, these kids today are so smart and so well prepared for things like this. They know what they're doing. They're just leaving us
Brand
guess.
management.
There
That's
you
it.
They just do little things and plant a little seed and watch the media take it the way they want to and up their personal brand.
No, it'll be the fans that blow this out of proportion because when there's not somebody added, they're gonna be like, "But KP said there might possibly, kind of, maybe, sort of, could be, maybe an addition," and there wasn't one. And Jeremy said, "Kayla Foster." No, I'm telling you all that if I was a private investigator and with the information that I know that's both public and private, I would throw all my chips in on him. Mackenzie Macabo, he is a kid that was also on that whiteboard. He's I've never heard of him wanting to reclassify though.
No.
And I still feel like there's a good shot that we land the
Trio.
the New Jersey 3. I just really do. I would not put any money on that right now. Why am I having such a problem? What school do they play for?
I think
Camden.
Camden.
Camden, yeah.
Camden.
Gosh dang.
I had it right there, and I was like,
They're still saying KP is not against NIL. KP is against guys like Dior Johnson that walked into the office, whether I'm supposed to say this or not, and say,
let's not say it then.
okay,
He's against guys that want to come to
He's
Louisville
against
just
guys
for the money.
that are going to walk in, and we won't say any names, even though I already did, against guys that walk in and ask, so how much am I going to get?
Yeah.
That was his first words. Similar, back when I worked with Coach P, we had a couple of high-level recruits on campus. Their names were Deuce Bello and Quincy Miller, and they walked in the office, and I happened to be getting ready to leave the office. This was after a football, I think EKU maybe was the visit.
I was at that game. I just can't remember what game.
Well, Shawn, you don't remember scoring a lot anyway.
Son of a.
Or at all.
At all. And as I'm walking out of the office, I hear Quincy, like I'm passing Quincy and Deuce, and Quincy's like, "All right, coach, how much of this offense is going to be ran right through me?" And then he says, "Jeremy, can you shut the door behind you?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I already know. I'm gonna shut the door." And then they were there for about 5 minutes. All you could hear was like, so it is what it is. Camden, absolutely. They all played together. Andrew, the one said, okay. Sorry, yeah, they went to Baylor for the money. Yeah, and I wish we could have I wish we could have got Deuce and Quincy because they were both really good dudes. Like, not that all basketball players aren't, but they really were some cool dudes. I kept in touch with Deuce for a while after that and he was kind of drug into that. He wasn't going to act that way. Cool guy, Don, my man. Welcome back. Thank you. Welcome. I'm just kidding. Man, we have spent 40 minutes on the first segment of the show. We'll move on though, and we'll come back. The Duke commit doesn't play on the same high school. The Duke commit.
That would be Macabo. That's what he's saying. Macabo doesn't.
No, he doesn't. They play on the same AAU team, not the same high school. I don't know what you're talking about. Football season is a Cardinal Chris. I did not. Who just transferred to Roselle Catholic?
Macabo.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he play with those other two at Camden?
I know they were teammates. I just don't know if it was
I just thought it was
high
the
school
AAU.
team or the AAU circuit because they're all from New Jersey, even though they might play different high school.
So Cardinal Chris, did McKenzie play with them? Did he play in high school with them last year? Is my question. I knew they were AAU teammate. Okay, just AAU. Perfect. All right, let's get into a little bit of football recruiting. Again, the football season just 13 days away, I believe. The kickoff show is 6 days away. 6 days away? We're going to have lots of fun. There's going to be lots of food there if y'all get there before Higgy. We're going to have a good time. We're going to record a live episode just like we would do here. We're going to have Chris Redman in the house, Lavelle Boyd in the house, a guy who I think just wakes up in the morning feeling super. And then last but not least, a guy who you may say in the mid-90s, you may have taken a cruise on this street. That's all I'll say for right now. Obviously, I'll say more later. Let's talk football and make Miami make another video about us. F Miami. Okay. Yes. If that's what y'all want to do, that's perfectly fine with me. Let's go on a couple of the big football recruiting stories this week. First off was the twins from is it the Washington Twins?
Yes.
Apparently used Louisville to get a big old bag of money. I don't hate them for that. I appreciate that. Wakes up, pissing excellence. Well, I don't know if that Steve's going to be here or not, but I think that's who you're referencing to. You know how funny it would be if I found out that Scuba Steve was actually Steve Rummage, and he's just been like trolling me this whole time. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Reed Mercy and Kayla Foster. Okay. So he uses for a big old bag of money. What are some other? I know y'all, and whichever one of y'all want to go. What are some other recruiting stories from this week you feel like Card Nation needs to know about? Y'all talked about a bunch of them earlier in the chat. I've not been following recruiting because of
Deuce Robinson.
Did you just say douche?
No, Deuce.
No, you said douche.
I said Deuce.
Sam, what'd he say?
He said Deuce.
That's right.
All right, when you re-listen to it, you'll hear.
Mr. Robinson, the tight end, I believe they also plays on defense. But we're looking at him as a tight end out of, I believe it's Arizona. 5-star, number 1 ranked tight end in the nation, not Arizona, the nation. That dude, it looks like if you've looked at Twitter, a lot of national people are basically, without saying 100% he's coming, are pretty much saying it's almost a done deal to Louisville. And that would be massive because he's a guy that we love. Marshawn Ford, one of the best playmakers we have on the team. This dude would be a red zone nightmare for other teams, like 6'6" or something like that, 6'5". He's ridiculous, just a ridiculous athlete. And I can't imagine what Scott Satterfield would do to have a guy like that to have down there, say against Clemson last year, where we could just throw it up and say, go get it. So that's the guy I'm hoping we get a commitment from sometime in the next few weeks. But we'll see, because obviously, as we found out with the Washington Twins, anything can happen within a week. I mean, there's a visit set up and everything. Now it's nope, we're not going anymore.
All right, Sam, what about you? Anything in the land of recruiting you want to talk about?
No, I'm just trying to look at our local recruits, because I feel like there are some local recruits that we might still have a shot at in the city, especially in the city of Louisville. You have a few that, I mean, you go to look at Male High School right now. I know they say you have William Spencer, who is probably one of the best, if not the best, defensive player in the state of Kentucky, highly rated 4-star player. Then you also have Antonio Robinson. I know that's not in the city of Louisville, but I mean, he's right now, he's slated to go to Purdue. But I feel like if Louisville has a really, really good season, you can get some of these players to stay in state, especially players like Michael Carter, who's actually in the city of Louisville. I'm sorry, Antonio Robinson will go to Wake Forest. So I think a good to great season from the football team, and especially the way how Coach Satterfield and the guys are reconnecting that Louisville to Florida pipeline and opening up California to Louisville pipeline. I feel like some of the local kids will take notice and want to be like, you know what, this is something happening at Louisville. I might not need to go outside of the city. I might not need to go too far away from home to have success and make it to the next level. So I'm looking forward to see what happens. And yes, and
502 Collective.
Yep.
502 Circle.
And we'll talk about that. Talk about the 502. Sorry, I'm trying to delete all the 52 people listen to us. Okay. Have technical difficulties. That's funny. Let's delete that. And then this is different.
But what about that 5-star from Notre Dame? I can't remember his name right now. I should know that name.
You should, but you don't. Hit the like button. Absolutely, hit the like button. CP, what's good, man? My guy Chris Pointer. He was kind of like my big brother at U of L on the football team. One of the most hardest hitting guys that was in the locker room when I got there. I don't know if he's still my neighbor. He used to be my neighbor, but what's up, my man? I appreciate you tuning in. He is a Travis Kelce type guy from what I've seen. I like that comparison. And like Michelle said, hit the like button, subscribe, follow. Don't sit on my front porch or anything, but any of those other things are perfectly fine. Another guy that I want to talk about that Pierce Clarkson kind of got everybody just in an uproar about earlier this week was RJ Jones. 4-star,
yeah, 4-star safety cornerback. He kind of plays.
He's a DB. He's probably the number one DB in California right now.
Trevor says we're recruiting Deuce as a wide receiver. I thought, not a tight end.
I've heard
because
tight
we have Johnson as the athlete coming in as scheduled to play tight end right now, 6'5".
Well, it makes sense. He could be one of the guys that they use just like Marshawn Ford, kind of move him around a little bit, get matchup issues.
Absolutely. And again, apologize for the longer show today. We haven't been here in a while. A, B, we had technical difficulties, and we want to make sure we got y'all all the info. But RJ Jones, I did ask somebody. I did ask one of my contacts that would know, without giving out any names, this guy would know whether he's a target or not, and I was told that he was not one of our targets that we're looking at. So, whereas Pierce is pretty much, I don't think he's led us down that hype road before. And maybe he doesn't know that that we're not looking at this kid, but we're absolutely not going after him. As of right now, he is not a take, and that's crazy to me that with Louisville football that somebody that great is not a take. Maybe they got their eyes on somebody else. Maybe they've got – you just never know. It's okay. We wanted a long one. Giggity. Oh, wow. That's what Shawn said. Never mind.
Jeez.
Unbelievable. Rapid fire. And we're going to talk about, we'll get to everything else y'all want to talk to. I'll open it up for the forum here in a minute. The 502 Circle has added some new members. Again, Shawn, do you have the list of people that added the first time about a month ago? I know
It was Redmond.
Was it Harry Douglas?
No, not Harry Douglas.
Didn't they say Angel McCautry?
Yeah, but she was just added.
Okay.
She was the newest one added.
Kelsey?
No, it was not Kelsey because Mallory Comerford. She just got added. I know the ones that were just recently added. Oh God, I'm blanking.
Well, that wouldn't be a first for you, Shawn. Never mind. I'll just do what somebody normal would do, and that's look up 502 Circle and read them all off. Shawn, I give you plenty of chances to hit it out of the park, and you drop the ball like it was a Friday night in your bedroom.
So while you looked it up, so do you think we're not really actively recruiting RJs because we're probably going after Sean Russ from Florida, the safety?
Could be. How did we forget Larry O'Bannon?
Okay.
Larry was one of the initial guys. Let's go. Oh, okay. Chris Redmond. Wow.
Jake Smith.
Got
that one. Jake Smith.
Thanks, buddy. What a douche canoe. Well, I said, why don't we look at the 5? Okay, here we go. David Padgett, Larry O'Bannon, Jake Smith, and Chris Redmond. On top of that, Jake Smith. We added Angel McCautry, Mal Comerford, and my guy, which I'm trying to get to come to our get together Saturday, Tendai Cherasika. Is Master P's a part of it as well, right?
Yes, Master P.
There you go. Andrew said it. Rito's still killing me. Master P joining hers being going to be hard to. Yeah, I feel like that's probably fair, Chris. Brian, the only way RJ Jones is not a target is that. Well, then that must be it. Cole Martin, is that who you brought up?
No,
Sean Russ.
Sean Russ. Okay. Well, he's not a target. I can tell y'all that with a 1,000,000% as of when I contacted my guy.
But things changed. As always.
Things do. That's what people don't understand. Jeremy, you said this 2 weeks ago. Well, 2 weeks ago, that was facts. Like, and I hate to make it this grim, but on June the 25th, I was like, all right, next week I'm going to go see my dad. Well, he wasn't there next week. So it's like plans change. I know, look, these two know my sense of humor is kind of dark and twisted, and that's fine. But it's just like things change that are out of your control. And kids change their mind. Why are they moving DJ to 87 Kentucky? I still think he's a card too. I don't know what's going on with all that. Honestly, I'd be okay if I never followed recruiting again after the Dior mess. I was talking to Tyrone about this earlier as well. Dior played with our emotions. Courtney Ramey played with our emotions. I've got texts from 2 out of these 3 people's. No, I've actually got texts from all 3 that's alluding that they're all 3 coming to Louisville. Imani, Dior, Courtney Ramey, and none of people are playing with Louisville. And that's what makes it tiring. Let's see where if it's on 3, it's all lies. Preach, Michelle, preach. 247. I got you. All right, where were we at? Oh, the 502 Circle. I think this is going to be a great thing for the community, for the school. It's going to be a way to funnel. I'm not sure. I do understand the fans being, well, why is football getting all this NIL money and basketball's not? Well, football is a different beast. There's a lot more players in football. There's a lot more to. Sorry, I'm adjusting my mic. To consider, and I know you would think, well, with less people on the basketball team, shouldn't that be easier to manage? And the answer is just no, because you have so many different personalities. Like, out of the 90 people on the football team, only 20 of them are going to really make a difference, if that many. Like, the basketball team's even less than that. On 3 is ran off 3. On 3 is actually ran by a former member of KSR, so that tells you all you need to know. They were in Louisville, but they're really playing themselves. Yeah, because we will play Dior Johnson this year, and I hope that Brandon Huntley Hatfield hangs 2 on his forehead.
Just 2? Oh, never mind.
Come on, Sam. Even Shawn got that one.
Unbelievable.
Thank you, Shawn. It's been a while since I heard that. Other stuff in the rapid fire, though. Justin Perez finally officially named Director of Player Ops. No, he wasn't named Director of Player Ops, was he?
No, it was not Director of Player Ops. It was a special
assistant
to
Higgy. You're fired.
Sports basketball administration.
Yeah. Higgy, you're so fired. No, that's my fault too for not looking at. Oh, good. John Lindemann's in the house. Well, that's all the time we have for this week.
He must be drinking. Oh, there you go. He corrected himself.
I did not listen to that episode, Michelle. John can't even spell guys correctly. I didn't listen to that episode, but Higgy, you are fired. You're so fired. Matter of fact, the hardest ever pronounced this will be live at Shack in the Back Barbecue on Saturday. We will make sure you can't even pronounce your own name by the time you're done, making me look stupid. Asia Dur documentary will be released on August 24th. If what Higgy said is correct.
It is.
Good luck to Jasmine Jones, Maisha Hines-Allen, and Dana Evans on making the WNBA playoffs. Peyton Verhulst was named to the Team USA 3-on-3 under-23 team, or as Higgy put it, the Team USA 3-for-3 under-23 team.
He must have been in a Wendy's drive-thru. Definitely.
I think the same thing.
He probably said it to him. He probably was reading it out loud, and they go, "Sir, this is a Wendy's. We don't have it."
I'm so aggravated with Higgy right now, but I will get my sweet payback. The volleyball team checks in at number 4 to start the season. That's a good place to start. And women's soccer takes the first win of the 2022-2023 calendar year with a 3-0 win versus UIC. All right, before we close the show out, guys, Shawn's head's ridiculously large on any TV. I'll send it to you because talk 7 play will make. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd love to get that audio on that. That's awesome. Yes, Justin Perez's background is impressive. Shawn, anything that because I didn't really have a lot of prep time with you all. You weren't even going to be here today. You thought we were doing the show from your bathroom. So anything that I didn't talk about that you want to talk about, and conversely in the chat room, anything that you all want to talk about that I haven't addressed, or do you want me to elaborate on some stuff we talked about earlier? Shawn, I'll let you go first. Anything?
No, I think we pretty much hit it.
No, we didn't hit it.
We hit it.
We did.
You did it.
Oh no, Peyton made the tryouts for the 3-on-3 team, but didn't actually make the team yet. Another Higgy mistake.
I wondered if
that's
what he meant too. Like,
we gotta make him say that. I don't want to say it because he'll listen to the podcast and know how to say.
Oh no, I've got a great one.
Okay.
I'll tell y'all after the show. There's no way he gets. There's 5 syllables. He will not get but one right, and it's the first one. Oh, I can't wait. If Shawn headbutts his camera, we would all get a concussion. Have you heard anything about how the football team is looking to practice? Is the hype for real this year? I have heard that things are going well in practice. I haven't heard anything over the top like we normally do, coming out like this is the best this or this is the best that. I have not got to go to any of the practices this year like I have every other year because of being out of town. And, dealing with my own stuff. I'm going to try to make a couple of practices this week. There's still a couple that are open up for media. Curtis Williams would be a good land too. So I will try to get some more information, Wes, and pass that along on Saturday.
I'll tell you what, our defense is going to be much improved.
Because the 4 guys that were hurt last year that were our playmakers are all healthy.
Not just that, but I don't want to go into the coach speak here, but they do look faster. They look like they know what they're doing, and it's just a reaction.
And you went to that one practice, so you actually got to watch.
So, and when you see them, it's a different level of physicality, especially in your front 7. And then when you go ahead to the back four, there, it's no joke on, it's no knock on Chandler Jones at all. But the guys that were brought in, they can make some plays, and not can, but they will make some plays, because when you have, like you said, Yaya Diaby and Amani Montgomery and Jermaine,
Chuck Clark.
and I'm just talking about the guys up front that can put pressure. And I'm not even, and look,
Gelati.
I'm not, and that's just going to say, I'm not even mentioning Gelati yet, or Popeye Williams, because he will see some playing time when it comes to third down. When you have guys that can get to the quarterback in 3 seconds or less, you're going to have your DBs making plays, and you will see your DBs making plays this year, because I think that with the addition of Coach McGriff. I don't know why I said McGriff. Coach McGriff, I think he's going to help Coach Brian Brown a whole lot when it comes to the play calling and how they disguise some of their coverages. So it's going to be really, really fun to watch on defense, at least for me, that is.
I agree with you, and I like this comment from R.L. Holtz, Ben Souter's MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Ben's such a good dude. I've known him my whole life pretty much, and just down to earth. Congratulations. He just found out that him and his wife are going to be having a kid, so congrats on that. I agree with Cardinal Chris, though. Excited about the football team for the first time in a long time. Heard the secondary is tough and the D-line is bigger. Yeah, for sure. No. Shawn rocking the beats. Everybody in my studio rocks the beats, because I provide my people with only the finest. They've got the Beats headphones, and they're rocking the Shure 220V mics and the Monster. Is that Monster cables? Those things are like $100 each by itself. So I only do. Are you going to make games this year, Jay? I don't know. The D is bigger. Uh-oh. Dang it, Rito.
Uneffing believable.
We'll see, Shawn. What happens is when I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make the games this year, honestly. My mom's still immune deficient, and her immune system is not where it should be at. I do not want my selfishness causing her to get sick, even though, you know, dad just, the cancer finally just overcome him with no treatment. They wouldn't treat him because he wasn't well enough, and that just went on for so long. It just slowly ate away. But mom's like in a position now where she's walking and standing for the first time in about 6-7 years. She's doing a lot better. Michelle says Big D is always great, and I'm off here. Till next time, America. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. Right, 55. We miss you and the whole crew. You don't have to lie about missing the crew. But we love you too, Bryson. I think we should sign Ben to an extension. Absolutely. Shawn has seen training videos. He knows what happens. Those training videos, he calls them training videos. Me and Sam would call them porn. It is what it is. But all right, if you all don't have anything else, I'll go ahead and wrap the show up. You all get in y'all's last questions. We want to shout out all of our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, Shack in the Back Barbecue, the new Four Pegs Smokehouse and Bar. They've changed their name. Very classy. Derby City Lawn and Landscaping, All American Pool and Supply Company. And man, I'm telling you what, I'm working on some big ones. And if we get these big ones, we might be able to take our show back to the radio waves. I'm just saying, I might be working on a doctor's practitioner and a car lot. That's the big dollars right there. But I am working on more. I don't know what Shawn's working on. Probably solidifying
He's working on getting number one. I tell you that much.
Being 41-0 as far as knocking away female activity. I don't know. But if you'd like to sponsor the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, you can get a hold of us individually at any of our Twitters, our Facebooks, our Instagrams. Individually, mine is Jeremy_CSZ on Twitter and Instagram. You can find Cardinal Sports Zone on all the avenues that are listed below. But Shawn, what is your credentials on Instagram and Twitter?
At Elville Shawn on Twitter and Sean Bar 6, I believe, on Instagram.
I think you should change it to I am a lonely boy. Sam, what about you?
You got an IG? That's interesting.
Who, Sean?
Yeah.
You didn't know Sean had IG?
No.
I just don't use it as much as I used to. I used to use a lot.
I got a picture of Sean that his sister sent me when he was like in the 5th or 6th grade, and he looks like Pee Wee Herman. It's amazing. I'll have to put that out sometime. What grade were you in that picture? I said 5th or 6th.
Which one is it? Because
the one where you're propping your leg up on the ladder.
Oh God, I was in.
You're having your own money in the bank ladder match.
Yeah, I was. That had to be 6th grade.
Okay, I was
6th grade.
I was right. All right, Sam.
You can find me at on all platforms, Spaceboy124.
All right, let's see. Hold on.
And you can find Higgy at I am the Higgy.
Yep, he's simple. Joe Wyman 526
and Westby underscore 42.
Yep.
And D Pence underscore as well.
Yep.
The great show. 55. What's your win-loss record for the football team? We'll go over that next week. Great show. 55 and crew. I've had 2 kids, so it's been at least twice for him. Okay, thank you. When's another show? The next show.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, Sean. The next show is Saturday at live. Let me say it again. The next show is Saturday live from Shack in the Back Barbecue. We're going to have a good time. We're going to do a segment with all the former Cardinal football greats, including Chris Redman, Lavelle Boyd, and maybe a guy whose last name rhymes with.
He's doing it again. He's doing it again. This is free, as a matter of fact.
It's free.
Yeah, just come down and buy some food or some drinks.
It's free.
Hang out, introduce
yourself. It's good food.
Thank you, Wes. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, we'll get Lindemann in there with his custom booster seat. If things go the way I want them to go, we'll have 2 guys that played in the NFL. One of those guys will have played in the Super Bowl. The other guy was probably one of the best players at his position here in Louisville that I've ever seen. I'm still trying to get a hold of Ivan. He's a coach now. He coaches with Central. It's hard to get a hold of him. Danny Mosby, I'm trying to get my guy Danny. I'm trying to get him in there. There's a lot of people I'm trying to get in. Tendai. But I feel like y'all are going to have a blast, and that y'all should probably enjoy these. Look, here's the thing. We're all getting older. We don't know how much longer we're going to be doing these. We could do them another season and then decide it's really just too much. Don't want to do them anymore. We could just go back to only reporting when there's something big happen. But we do like to sounds like a receiver and an offensive lineman. It is not a receiver and an offensive lineman. It's a receiver and a linebacker. Nevertheless, what we want to do these as long as y'all want to hear them, and we do appreciate you all, CSZ forever. No, I love CSZ. I love the show, but at some point, look, I'm in a place right now where I could financially with my wife doing what she does, I could retire right now, but I just don't. I don't want to. I do want to take care of my mom, and sometimes that takes a lot of time out of my day-to-day stuff for CSZ and the show. But who knows? So that's why I want to make this kickoff classic the best that y'all have ever seen, because the last one's going to be hard to beat. That last one, you know what? I'm going to put in a call to Uber Andre.
Yeah.
Remind. You know what? Send me a DM right now that says Uber Andre, Sean.
I will as soon as we.
Oh, that's right. You can't
my phone.
because your phone is stupid. Sorry for hating on your phone. Tendai and I went, oh, dude, Tendai is the best. You would be bored. Yeah, but I could just go hang out with Uncle Larry and we go work for places for a week and retire the next day.
Show
Welcome
up.
Back. Sorry about your. Thanks, Roderick. I appreciate that. Mike, I hope to see you there. Sounds like Gerard Holloman. No, Gerard was the DB. Look, Sean's HTC Evo. His phone sucks. Is that what you have?
No.
Oh,
it's an iPhone 11.
Yes, Quentin. Absolutely. It's in Fairdale. It's right. If you get off the Gene Snyder, you head towards Fairdale High School, and it used to be in this little shack, literally right past the turnabout, but they have moved it into the old forked bank.
Yep.
Shawn, you
Right
couldn't even
before
get
the
forked
roundabout.
when you were in Fairdale.
Nope.
It's in that old bank, and it looks phenomenal.
It is.
So Tendai and I were at this. Yeah, Tendai's always been a great dude, man. I absolutely love Tendai. I would do anything for him. So glad he's on with the 502 Circle. Maybe we'll get some, get some inside stuff that I could tease about. Y'all know how much I like to tease, apparently. So it's going to be a good time, though. But again, shout out to all of our fine sponsors. Again, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Card Sports Zone, on Facebook at Cardinal Sports Zone, and at YouTube at Cardinal Sports Zone, one word. Facebook's Cardinal Sports Zone, 3 words. You can find us on all the podcast avenues: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart. Hit subscribe, hit follow. You can hit follow and subscribe on YouTube. Hit the like button. We're only like 250 followers away on YouTube from being able to activate the super sticker function like some of your other local favorites have. And, it's just another way you can donate to the podcast and help us get more nice equipment and bring you on,
so we don't have to take 4.
Well, yeah. Well, for sure. But I am heading out to Guitar Center this week to get a portable microphone and speaker. I have one in the basement. Speaking of the basement, by the time Teresa comes back from her next assignment, the basement will be completely remodeled. We'll get to move our studio back down there if you all want.
Hallelujah.
Teresa wants us to, but I like being up here in this open in the air. It was so hot down there, especially with all of Higgy's butt meat down there. But that's what I said.
You did have 3 TVs.
I did have the 3
TVs. You could have
Football
all
Sundays.
kinds of games.
I'm getting rid of those couches though. I'm getting this all
I don't blame you.
customized Louisville Cardinal rolling chairs.
Yeah.
How you gonna make it for Higgy?
Oh my God.
I'm going to get him a customized Louisville Cardinal toy box.
Nah, he get him a wheelchair.
A customized Louisville Cardinal pig trough.
An actual wheelchair.
With the bowling alley and the swimming pool. I'm not you, Lindemann. I don't have a swimming pool. That's your fancy behind. If you haven't listened to all the episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast in the past, all the past episodes in the past, then go back and do us a favor, check them all out. Hit the drop down menu. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, the place that all begin. Hit podcast. Hit CSZ Podcast, and check them all out from day one there. You can check out our exclusives there as well. We have great writers here. We have great photographers here. We got great beat writers. If you're interested in maybe being a beat writer for CSZ, I guess hit us up. Let us know. I mean, we're always looking to better Shawn's position on the staff. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. There's nobody better than Shawn at CSZ, and I'll sit by that 200%. Shout out to everybody out there that's sharing the podcast. We do appreciate and love you. Shout out to our guys, Marcus and Steve, holding it down there during the week. Steve had his own little CM Punk pipe bomb on Friday that was just glorious to hear, but it was between 2 of my friends, so I don't really like to take sides there, even though I'm taking Steve's side here. Fire Higgy, then instant improvement. Gosh dang. If you want to replace Shawn on the podcast, DM us immediately.
Was that Trevor?
That's Trevor.
I had a feeling.
Lindemann said Fire Higgy, instant improvement.
Oh, yeah, I should have guessed that one.
Yeah, because I'm sure Higgy next week will take it. He'll take a shot.
He'll take a
right
shot
back.
at
Yeah,
Lindemann.
right back.
He will. For some reason, that's the only person he takes shots at.
Tune in next week for Higgy's response.
Oh my gosh, no! Tune in next week for Higgy trying to pronounce horseradish.
I was gonna say onomatopoeia.
No, I think when it comes to food,
You think, but Szechuan. He.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
The word was soul, and he said Szechuan,
No, he
right?
said
Or the other way
Szechuan.
around.
He said Sketchuan.
Sketchuan.
Well, he is a Szechuan. Yeah, he really did hit that tombstone pile driver. But all right, last words, Shawn.
Let's get to football season. I'm ready. I think this team is gonna win 8 games. Let's roll.
You're supposed to wait for next.
Sorry,
Next
I don't care.
week.
I don't care. I'm
You
putting
pandering virgin. Stop.
because I might up the win total
Unbelievable.
next week. I might up the win total after.
Okay, Higgy Jr. Sam.
I'm let's go. I'm waiting for football season, dude.
I just asked for last words. Y'all are acting like I asked y'all to speak in Chinese.
Hey
I
man.
got him so wrong. It's like,
No,
He's just like he's befuddled by your stupidity.
let's go Cards. It's almost football season.
All right. Well,
Support the troops and the team.
my last words is this. Come out to Shack in the Back Saturday. Hang out with us. Not only will all of us, yes, Higgy will be there in person Saturday, but you'll have guys like Uncle Larry in the house. Hopefully Uber Andre in the house. Oh, my God.
oh no!
You're not allowed to tune in on
What
the
did
show.
I hear just say or Sam
Yeah,
He said, "What did I just hear Sam say?"
What did I say?
What did you say? I don't know. I don't know what Sam just said. I'm already wrapping the show. I can't let him on at this point. Sorry for that. Will Higgy bring the neck beard? I hope so. But I brought the disconnect for Higgy. So until next week, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And until the next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. Sam, you want to tell everybody something? Relax. They can't see you, so you whisper and stuff. Uneffing believable show, Higgy. Maybe we can talk to Higgy.
Yeah, text Higgy. What did I say, Higgy?
Higgy, all we can see is your fourth and fifth quadrants. What did you think Sam said?
I heard something about my name and food. So
You still didn't come in with play.
Pronounce this. Really?
When it comes to food, he can pronounce it.
Yeah, he can pronounce food, but next week he may not know this. He will now because he's listening. Pronounce this. Returns. We're out. Higgy 2.